Good morning. As you know, ISO 9000 to 2015 is the latest updation in quality management system. They have seven principles. First, customer focus, then leadership, engagement of people, process approach, improvement, evidence-based decision making, and relationship management. Now, one by one. Customer focus. In customer focus, they require understand the need of existing and future customer, align organization objective with the customer need and expectation, meet customer requirement, measure the customer satisfaction, manage customer relationship, aim to exceed customer expectation, learn more about customer experience and customer satisfaction. If they focus on these things, they are able to focus on the customer focus principle. Then leadership, establish a vision and direction for the organization, set challenging goal, model organization values, establish trust, equip and empower your employees, recognize the employee contribution, learn more about leadership. Then engagement of people, where they ensure that people ability are used and valued, make people accountable, enable participation in a continuous improvement, evaluate individual performance, enable learning and knowledge sharing, enable open discussion of a problem and the constraints, learn more about employees' involvement. Then the process approach, manage activities as a process, measure the capabilities of activities, identify linkage between activities, priority improvement opportunities, prioritize the improvement opportunities, then deploy resource effectively, learn more about the process, view of work and see the process analysis tool also. So they focus on the process improvement. Then they focus on the improvement, improve the organization performance and capabilities, aligns the improvement activity, empower people to make improvement, measure improvement consistently, celebrate improvement, learn more about approach of continuous improvement. Then whenever you take decision, that should be evidence based. Ensure accessibility of accurate and reliable data, make appropriate method to analyze data, make decision based on analysis, balance data analysis with practical experience, see tools for decision making. Then the relationship management, identify and select supplier to manage cost, optimize resource and create values. Establish a relationship considering both the short and long term. Share expertise, resource, information, and plan with a partner. Collaborate on improvement and development of activities. Recognize supplier and success. Learn more about supplier quality. See resource related to manage the supply chain. So, after applying all these seven principles, you are focusing on quality. When you focusing on seven principles, automatically your quality will improve. They lay down the base for the quality improvement. Now, ISO 9000, after that we have a ISO 14000 series also, which is more concerned about environmental management. It helps organization to work with a healthy environment, help to meet the challenge of the climate change, develop 750 international standard. Standard under ISO 14000 series are like ISO 40001 set criteria for environmental management system. Then 14010 standard about auditing, series 20 standard about environmental labeling, 30 standard about environmental performance evaluation, and 40 standard on environmental life cycle assessment. Nowadays, the companies are also opting a 14,000 for environmental issues. Now, the difference between these two: ISO 9000 is an international standard for the development of quality management system that organization can adopt, while ISO 14000 is the international standard for environmental management system that an organization can also adopt potentially. The purpose of 9000 is to enable companies to demonstrate that they are in a position to provide product services that meet customer expectation and are focused on total customer satisfaction, while 14000 series as a tool for identifying and implementing activities that meet environmental business concern. Now, what is the advantage of using ISOs and all? Basically, they create a more efficient and effective operation. It increase customer satisfaction and retention, reduce audit, enhance marketing, improve employees motivation, awareness and morale. It promote international trade, increase profit, reduce waste and increase productivity. Common tool for standardization, enable to meet a requirement of an international uniform quality system, and motivate the employees and develop pride in them for achieving excellency. So ISO is also act as a motivating factor or a marketing tool. Now, the quality control. Quality control is a mechanism by which products are to measure up to the specification determined from customers' demand and transformed into engineering and manufacturing requirement. It is concerned with making things right, then discovering and rejecting those made wrong. To ensure quality of the products, scientific quality control recognizes three distinct functions. First is your acceptance function, second is your preventive function, and third is your assurance function. The acceptance function, it refers to the inspection of goods to ensure that they are up to specification, thereby segregate and reject those which are defective. Acceptance function of a quality is called inspection, and it includes elements like receiving inspection, process inspection, and finished good inspection, gauge maintenance, disposition of non-conforming material, day-to-day troubleshooting, etc. Then preventive functions. It refers to identification of defects in a material, component, machine process meant to fix responsibility of defective, thereby avoiding and minimizing the occurrence of that defective. Prevention function of a quality is called a quality control, and it includes elements like process capability study, failure statistic analysis, training of inspector, method study to reduce defective, etc. Then we have a assurance function. It refers to verification that every quality characteristics or a product is assured to meet a predetermined performance standard at each stage in the manufacturing cycle. The assurance function include elements like customer complaint, quality audit, quality determination, occurrence of inspection, and executive reports on a quality input. Clear? So it means at first stage we are focusing on finished goods and received material inspection you are done. Then you are doing prevention function, means in process you are trying to control the quality, and then assurance function where you give assurance that everything goes according to well planned manner. Quality control cycle throughout the production system is like that, means you have a input, that is raw material, then conversion process, and then a final product. When we are focusing on input, we are focusing on control chart and acceptance test. Quality of the input. In process, we are using a control chart technique to control the quality, and after the output, the control chart and acceptance test both can be used. Clear? Now, one by one, the statistical quality control. First, when we're talking about solving quality problem, is not enough. We need a specific tool that can make us that help us to make a right quality decision. These tools come from the area of statistics and are used to help identify quality problems in a production process as well as in a product itself. Statistical quality control is a term used to describe the set of statistical tools used by quality professionals. Statistical quality control can be divided into three broad categories. First is your descriptive statistics. It is used to describe quality characteristics, relationships. It included statistics such as mean, standard deviation, range, measure of distribution of data. We calculate here means you are using a statistical method to calculate the quality values. Descriptive statistics are used to describe certain quality characteristics such as central tendency or variability, where we focus on mean, range, standard deviations. Then acceptance sampling is there. In acceptance sampling, it is a process of random inspecting a sample of goods and deciding whether to accept the entire lot based on the result. In acceptance sampling, we determine whether the batch of goods should be accepted or rejected. Means यहाँ पर आप samples को study कर रहे हैं and based on that you are taking the decision whether we to accept the lot or not. And this is generally done when the product are in a raw form or in a finished form. Then we have a statistical process control. It involves inspecting a random sample on the output from the process and decide whether the process in production product with characteristics that fall within a predetermined range or not. In statistical process control, you try to answer the question of whether the process functioning is properly or not. मीन्स यहाँ पर आप प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस जब चल रही है वहाँ पर आप चेक करते हैं कि क्या प्रोडक्शन हमारा ठीक हो रहा है, क्या क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स को मीट आउट हम कर रहे हैं नहीं. तो स्टैटिस्टिकल प्रोसेस कंट्रोल इज़ अ टूल are used most frequently because they identify quality problem during your production process. So you can check the quality and you can improve if any deviations are found there. Now the variation. How many types of variations are there? Because if you want to check the quality, you have to be aware with the variations. Variation in a production process lead to quality defects and lack of product consistency. For example, the Intel Corporation, the world's largest and most profitable manufacturing of a microprocessor, understand this. Therefore, Intel has implemented a program, it's called a copy exactly, at all the manufacturing facility. The idea is that regardless of whether the chip are made in any country, any manufacturing unit, but they make us exactly the same way that they need. This means using the same equipment, same exact material, worker performance, etc. When the chip making machinery was found to be few feet longer at one facility than another, Intel made them matched. Okay, and exactly the same chip were made. If if they are not exactly the same, it means there is a variation, there is a defect. Observing the bottle of soft drink in a grocery store, we may notice that no two bottles are filled in exact the same level. आपने देखा होगा क्या कोल्ड ड्रिंक की सारी बॉटल एग्जैक्ट सेम मैनर में फिल होती है? नो, कुछ थोड़ी ज़्यादा कुछ थोड़ी कम होती हैं. Some are filled slightly higher and some are slightly lower. So we have to check whether that particular lot should be accepted or not. So for to understand that variation, source of variation should be necessary to judge. We have a two source of variation, variation due to chance and variation due to assignable cause. Variation due to chance are inherent in manufacturing process. Statistical quality control ensure that variation observed are due to only chance factor. Material may have a minor difference in a composition working condition, affect the worker performance. फाइन, कुछ वेरिएशंस ऐसी हैं जो इनहेरेंट होती हैं. मीन्स आपकी जो कोल्ड ड्रिंक की बॉटल है उसमें जो आपकी कोल्ड ड्रिंक है, ठीक है, 300 ml की होनी है, उसमें हो सकता है कि थोड़ी सी ml 1 ml या 2 ml कम या ज़्यादा हो, ठीक है, बट एक रिक्वायर्ड लेवल के अंदर होनी चाहिए. तो जो कॉज ऑफ वेरिएशन है, मीन्स हम ये कह सकते हैं कॉज बाय चार्ज, वो हमारी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस की वजह से है. ठीक है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस कहती है कि 5% अप एंड डाउन हो सकती है. अगर वो 5% अप एंड डाउन है तो इट मीन्स इट इज कॉजेज ड्यू टू चांस, सो इट इज एक्सेप्टेबल. तो वेरिएशन ड्यू टू चांस आर इनहेरेंट इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस and statistical quality control ensure that variation observed are due to only chance factor. Clear? Then due to assignable cause. Variation due to assignable cause is not inherent in the manufacturing process. The second type of variation that can be observed involve variation where the causes can be precisely identified and eliminated. हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि किसकी वजह से ये वेरिएशंस आए हैं और उसको आप एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, like variation are poor quality in a raw material, employee who need more training, machine is need for repair. In each of these examples the problem can be identified and corrected. Okay, जैसे माना आप ने हमने कोल्ड ड्रिंक की बात की, ठीक है, हमने 5% अप एंड डाउन अलाउ किया, बट मोर देन 5% इज नॉट ड्यू टू द असाइनेबल कॉज, सॉरी नॉट ड्यू टू चांस, दे आर ड्यू टू असाइनेबल कॉज. इट मीन्स मशीन में कुछ प्रॉब्लम आई है जिसकी वजह से क्वांटिटी कम हो रही है. एंड statistical quality control identify this cause immediately and detect it and try to rectify it. Clear? So this is all about the types of variation. Tomorrow we will discuss the descriptive statistics, etc. of statistical quality control. Thank you, students.